This is Bianca's story. He took me to the desert that day. We drove for almost an hour out of Tesoro, escaping my town of stuck-up fresas, fleeing the labyrinth of peach tract homes and strip malls, and he took me there, where the desert hills are purple once you're standing on them. I looked at the parched plants, the stubby cacti and brittle trees, desperate for water but surviving somehow. Is this what you think of me? I couldn't help but wonder. I slid my hands up his shirt, palm suctioned to his skin. The pores of my body open, oozing heat from the inside out. I miss you, I said. But I wasn't just talking about the 3 days we hadn't spoken. I meant before everything. Before the acceptance letter to Cal State LA, before talk of me leaving home, my family, and him, Omar, the king of my double life. I miss you too, he said robotically. I don't know what I wanted, but I needed something, anything from him. I needed him to look at me and stop staring at the sky because it was all the same color blue anyway, not a cloud in sight. He tapped a finger on my zipper and I stripped away my jeans. We rocked until he exploded and panted into my neck. When he got up, I looked at my tummy. A drop escaped, a voice inside me said, and the thought splintered inside me for weeks. I heard it, but I didn't listen. Sometimes it's the loudest voice inside your head that you don't let yourself hear. My breasts began to swell, and at first I was glad, thinking it meant my period would come since they always get a little tender. I waited and kept waiting. I ignored the voice because I couldn't be pregnant, I told myself. Sure, we were protected, but I relied on my calendar, that phone app that tracks the cycle and gives a green light when it's okay to have sex. I was supposed to be in the clear for another 3 days. 3 days. But all the while, my breasts became more tender, swelling, aching like gravel in my chest. Ahmad dropped me off at school this morning, and instead of going to first period at the bell, I ran to the bathroom and threw up the instant blueberry oatmeal I practically force-fed myself at breakfast. I left campus, hopped on a bus, and went to Omar's house. My period's not late, I told him. It's not coming. You've been late before. Nothing's ever happened. I threw up, I said, and told him about the oatmeal. He crinkled his nose. I throw that shit up too. He grabbed my flailing fist and sat me down on the bed. Okay, calm the fuck down, Jesus. Let me get dressed and we'll go to Planned Parenthood and get tested. Dr. Whelan brought me and Omar into a private room to break the news. It was a tiny, airless room, the walls beige and dingy blue. I was having trouble telling where the floor ended and the wall began, both colors swirling like tie-dye. The test confirmed that you are pregnant, Miss Escobar. You're about 6 weeks along now, she said. She went on and on about first trimester stuff, and it all sounded very far away, as if I were underwater. I watched Omar pull at a thread fraying out of one of the buttons on his polo, the lights out in his eyes like he left, slipped away again. He does that sometimes, retreats back in his head, thinking about who knows what, reminding me I'll never really be his. His thoughts aren't mine to know. Neither of us responded, and Dr. Whelan placed her hand on mine. It was warm and a little bit moist, but I welcomed it, the gesture, the kindness. At that very moment, I needed it because I hated every single cell in my entire body for letting this happen. How could I have been so careless, so fucking stupid? Dr. Whelan looked at me, then at Omar, completely comatose. Miss Escobar, she said, are you two considering keeping this baby? Thank you.